Hi guys, I am here to make a video to help you with your history assignment because I'm worried as I look at my class's drafts that they don't quite have enough information. So what I thought I'd do is I'm going to read a pretend speech that has been put together for you just to give you an idea of whereabouts you should be sitting in terms of how much information. Okay, so this is actually on the Google website, and it's sort of towards the bottom, just above the assignment scaffold here. And I'll just open this up. And this is a history assessment example. Okay, so good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am here today to plead with you not to limit your migration policy and allow other people from around the world to share your wonderful country. I am here to tell my story of hardship and success to try and convince you all that you must keep the migration policy as it is. I hope you'll listen to my story, and it will show you that migration is essential for not only helping people but developing a country. So, as you can see, that's just a little introduction about what the person is going to speak about. I haven't really given any detail, but it just tells the audience why they are here. And goes without saying that I don't want you to cut and paste from this. Okay, next part. My name is Heinrich. I was an engineer and I migrated to Australia back in 1949 after the World War from Germany. As I am sure you are aware, due to the war being over and Germany being broke from the expenses of war, there was no other choice than to flee Germany and come to Australia. My family and I wanted a better life, and we saw it in Australia. We were also fearful of another attack, as the rest of Europe was still very on edge from the World War. My family and I first saw an ad to come to Australia on the TV. At the time, I could not understand it, so I had to get a dictionary to help convert some of the advertisement words popping up. It was extremely difficult, but eventually I did, and my family and I discovered that Australia was trying to populate quickly after the war. They also spoke about future job prospects on the Snowy Mountains scheme. It looked like a great opportunity to start again, so my family and I decided to head over by boat and plane. I was an engineer, so I had a chance as a skilled worker to contribute to this job. Lots of typos in here, Mr. Braithwaite. Just saying. Okay. So in that paragraph, he's described who he is and part of his background, but he's also said or made it quite clear what migrant group he is coming from, being the Snowy Mountains scheme migrant. Okay, he's got some information about how he came across the idea of coming to Australia, and that's really important. Okay, next part. When we arrived, it was not what the advertisement made it out to be. It was cold. I didn't know Australia could get so cold. I should have guessed with a job name like the Snowy Mountains scheme. Fortunately, the local town had the facilities to cater for me and my family. There was a school and living arrangements that we could all use. They had to stay in the town and I would stay up on the mountain. This was not ideal, as I would not be able to be directly with my family, but at least we were away from Europe. Staying on the mountain was like living in a frozen hell. I was grateful for the opportunity, but I still endured some hardships, which is what made me the man I am today. It was below 0 degrees and snowing all the time, and in the summer it was ridiculously hot and humid. I could not survive without a jacket for much longer, so I traded my dad's priceless watch for this lousy jacket. It doesn't look like much, but I'm sure it saved my life, seeing as the government forgot to supply blankets when we first arrived. Also, around the campsite there were a lot of different cultures and migrants from different countries. This made it difficult to communicate and get along in general, especially with the English and French migrants. I would constantly be picked on because I was from Germany and the war was still fresh in their minds. I would say to them, I promised I hate Hitler. I never liked the war, which is why I wanted to flee. Okay, so in that paragraph, you can see he's woven in one of the special things that he decided to bring from Germany, his dad's watch, which he then traded for the jacket. Okay, so that's one of the ways that you could weave in one of those important items that you wanted to, or that you did bring from wherever you're coming from. Okay. He also went into some of the cultural challenges he found when he arrived. And you'll notice that he's sort of telling more of a story rather than passing on facts. Okay. However, as the years went on, the migrant groups would bond and friendships grew. We would celebrate different cultures and have different foods being passed around all the time. I was so grateful that I could earn money and provide for my family. This is why migration is a good thing. My family and I were safe, and we were developing one of the 20th century's greatest engineering accomplishments. We were giving back. Okay, so he's gone into there what his migrant group has been able to contribute to the Australian community. Okay, and in conclusion now, migration needs to continue to be a monitored policy and allow people to enter this great land. I received the best opportunity, and now I am an Australian citizen because your migration policy allowed me to come to this great land and contribute to society and feel safe. Migrants help develop a country. They are skilled people who bring with them culture, religion, ideas, and skills in the workforce. If you have a greater population, they are earning more money. Sorry, just had a case of the sneezes. If you have a greater population, they're earning more money, they earn more money, the economy goes around and becomes stronger. Not only that, the different countries bring different advances in politics, technology, and engineering, which is why I contributed my skills to the Snowy Mountain scheme. I hope you consider not limiting your policy and allowing your country to grow, helping people find refuge, and embracing what other cultures have to offer. Okay, an excellent conclusion there that has talked about the need for the migration policy to continue to give opportunities to migrants, but also allow Australia to receive the skills and positive aspects that having migrants in the country brings. Okay, and that's probably one of the harder parts of your assignment, is concluding with that. But have a think about, well, what has your migrant group in particular been able to help out Australia with? Okay, so you've got broader ideas like bringing their culture to Australia, and that sort of goes for every migrant group. But you could think about as well, what sorts of things has your migrant group fulfilled that Australia was lacking at the time. Okay, all right. So I'm just going to go back to the website here. So that's that one there. If you wanted to have a read through it as well, the biggest thing that I'd like you to get from watching this video is that it's not just a passing on of facts. Okay, in your speech, you've actually really got to take on the persona of someone from your migrant group. Okay, and that doesn't mean necessarily that you're pretending to have the accent and you've got a foreign name. That's not going to really be good enough. You've got to be really thinking about all aspects of their life and their emotions and the challenges that they faced when they arrived. Okay, you've got to weave it into your story so you sound like you're standing up, as the assignment asks you to do, to convince people that your experience, even though it was challenging, was an excellent experience for you in the end, because you're obviously still here as an Australian citizen. All right, so good luck. Have a read through that example, and I hope that gives you an idea of exactly how much we're looking for, and not just a few sentences for each answer. Okay, good luck.